Hello everyone. Today we will gain some basic knowledge regarding the Constitution of India through some multiple choice questions. So without wasting any time, let's start with it. The first question is Nagaland was created as a separate state in which of the following years? Options are A 1960, B 1961, C 1962 or D 1963. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is in 1963, Nagaland was created as a separate state of India. Nagaland became the 16th state of independent India on 1st December 1963. If we talk about Nagaland, it is a landlocked state in the northeastern India. It is bordered by the state of Arunachal Pradesh to the north, Assam to the west, Manipur to the south, and Siachen region of Myanmar to the east. Nagaland's capital city is Kohima, and its largest city is Dimapur. The city has an area of 16,579 square kilometer with a population of 1 lakh 19 lakh 80,602 person as per the 2011 census of India, thus making it one of the smallest states of India. The next question is who is authorized to decide over a dispute regarding the disqualification of a member of the parliament? Options are A. Speaker of Lok Sabha, B. President, C. Election Commission, or D. A committee set up by the Parliament? The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, President decides over the dispute regarding the disqualification of the member of the Parliament. Next question is who among the following was not the Lok Sabha Speaker? Options are A. KVM Sundaram, B. G.S. Dhillon, C. Baliram Bhagat, or D. Hukum Singh? The correct answer to this question is option A, that is, KVK Sundaram was not a Lok Sabha Speaker. The next question is what is the age of the retirement of a judge of a Supreme Court? Options are A. 62 years, B. 68 years, C. 60 years, or D. 65 years. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is 65 years is the age of retirement of the judge of a Supreme Court. The next question is the Constitution of India provides which form of government? Options are A. Presidential form of government, B. Cabinet system of government, C. Parliamentary system of government, or D. Bicameral system of government. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is parliamentary system of government. Let's understand about the parliamentary system of government. It is a system of democratic governance of a state where the executive derives its democratic legitimacy from its ability to command the confidence of the legislature, typically a parliament, and is also held accountable to that parliament. In parliamentary system, the head of a state is usually a person distinct from the head of government. This is in contrast to the presidential system, where the head of a state is often also the head of the government, and the most importantly, the executive does not derive its democratic legitimacy from the legislature. The next question is Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao is the dash Prime Minister of India. Options are 7th Prime Minister, B. 6th Prime Minister, C. 5th Prime Minister, or D. 9th Prime Minister. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao was the 9th Prime Minister of India. P.V. Narasimha Rao, whose full name was Pamalparthi Venkata Narasimha Rao, was an Indian lawyer and a politician who served as the 9th Prime Minister of the India from 1991 to 1996. His ascendancy to the prime ministership was politically significant in that manner that he was the second holder of this office from a non-Hindi speaking region and the first from South India. He led an important administration, overseeing a major economic transformation and several home incidents affecting national security of India. He died in the year 2004. The next question is, in 2011, the majority leader of the Lok Sabha was, options are A. Pranab Mukherjee, B. Sushma Swaraj, C. Mrs. Maira Kumar, or D. Dr. Manmohan Singh. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is, the majority leader of Lok Sabha in 2011 was Pranab Mukherjee. The next question is, the Indian Constitution is regarded as which of the following? Options are A. Federal form, B. Unitary form, C. Parliament form, or D. Federal in form and unitary in spirit. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, the Indian Constitution is regarded as federal in form and unitary in spirit. The next question is, the part of the Constitution that reflects the mind and the ideals of the framers is which of the following principles? Options are A. Directive principles, B. Fundamental right, C. Preamble, or D. Citizenship. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, Preamble reflects the mind and the ideals of the framers of the Constitution. The next question is, the Indian Constitution has borrowed the ideas of Preamble from which of the following countries? Options are A. Italian Constitution, B. Canadian Constitution, C. French Constitution, or D. Constitution of USA. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is French Constitution. The next question is, what is the minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine? Options are A. 12 years of age, B. 14 years of age, C. 16 years of age, or D. 18 years of age. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is 16 years of age is a minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine. The next question is, which of the following is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India? Options are A. Birth, B. Descent, C. Naturalization, or D. Acquiring property. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, acquiring property is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India. The next question is, who is competent to prescribe conditions as for acquiring Indian citizenship? Options are A. State legislatures, B. Parliament, C. President, or D. Attorney General. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, the Parliament prescribes condition for acquiring the Indian citizenship. So the next question is, the Lok Sabha is also known as A. The Councils of State, B. The Upper House, C. The House of People, or D. The Parliament. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, the House of the People. The next question is, the chairman of the Rajya Sabha is who amongst the following? Options are A. President of India, B. Vice President of India, C. Prime Minister of India, and D. None of the above. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is Vice President of India, is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The next question is, Which schedule of the Constitution of India contains special provisions for the administration and the control of the scheduled areas in several states? Options are A. 5th schedule, B. 6th schedule, C. 7th schedule, or D. 8th schedule. The correct answer to this question is option A. That is, the 5th schedule of the Constitution contains special provision for the administration and the control of the scheduled areas in states. The next question is, who was the first foreign minister of Free India? Options are A. Jawaharlal Nehru, B. Gulzarilal Nanda, C. Lal Bahadur Shastri, or D. John Mathai. The correct answer to this question is option A. That is, Jawaharlal Nehru was the first foreign minister of Free India. The next question is, the idea of the Constitution of India was first of all given by. Options are A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, or D. M. N. Roy. The correct answer to this question is option B. That is, it was first given by Dr. B. R. Ambedkar. The next question is, the Government of India Act 1935 vested the restitutory power in which of the Parliament? Options are British Parliament, B. Federal Legislature, C. State Legislature, or D. Governor General. The correct answer to this question is option D. That is, the Governor General had the restitutory power as per the Government of India Act 1935. The last question is, India became a sovereign democratic republic on which of the following dates? Options are A. 15th August 1947, B. 30th January 1948, C. 26th January 1950, or D. 26th November 1929. The correct answer to this question is option C. 26th January 1950. That is, the India became sovereign democratic republic on 26th January 1950.